We are officially halfway to finding out the winner of The Masked Singer. 6 contestants are still battling it out for the top spot. And hey, you're still here too. But you're also here, which means you're itching to know everything that happened during round 3. And of course, our expert opinion on who is under the mask. And if this is your first time joining us, well, hang tight, stay hydrated, and hit subscribe because your mind is about to be blown. Round 3 for the celebs in costume saw a bit of regrouping with the lion, the rabbit, the alien, and the unicorn performing together during episode 5. The lion gave us a show-stopping performance of California Dreamin', but her new clues were weird. There was a Wizard of Oz reference that we honestly can't place other than the tie to her lion costume, and her physical clue for the judges was a scrunchie. The real question is it used? Thankfully, her very obvious Hollywood royalty and gold found in Haley, aka Haley, Idaho, clues have me staking my life on the fact that it's Rumor Willis. I mean, come on, daughter of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore, from Haley, Idaho, you can't argue with those facts. The rabbit busted out some moves pairing Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison with an elaborate dance routine. Just like the lion, he was a little all over the place with his clues too. But literally, he hinted he has a southern twang, but was also chilling at a food truck in Brooklyn. His physical clue, however, was a magic show, because you know, he's a rabbit. Anyway, we're pretty sure he's Joey Fatone. His clues had hella NSYNC references, he owns a hot dog business, has a Brooklyn background, and has dabbled in magic. We'll just have to wait until the rabbit says bye 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 to the show to find out for sure. The alien solidified that she's a pro last week with her performance of Pharrell's Happy. A few of her new clues tried to throw us off her trail, but when she handed judges the police badge, it was all over for LaToya Jackson. No, she wasn't revealed, but come on. She hinted in the past that her family has always been in the public's eye and that she's no stranger to recording. So that, combined with the fact that Jackson was a reserve police officer in Muncie, Indiana on Armed and Famous, just made it too easy. LaToya, we see you, girl. The unicorn's run came to a close, but not before one last performance of Icona Pop's I Don't Care. Well, now I'm not surprised with that attitude. I kid. And the song was at least more within her singing abilities. Her new clues this week included another Beverly Hills clue, as well as a physical typewriter for the judges. So she enjoys writing? Or maybe she just likes the clicky clacks. Either way, when it came time for the reveal, the internet nailed it again, and Tori Spelling was unmasked. She hails from Beverly Hills and has tried and failed to get started in music before, as a previous clue suggested. Apparently, the typewriter was a reference to her father, Aaron Spelling, who used one to develop several TV shows. Okay, now this week, the monster, Peacock, Bee, and Raven went head to head, so let's dive in. Round 3 for the monster was probably his best yet, with a killer performance of Lenny Kravitz's American Woman. This week, there were video game references in his clue video, and he actually brought a headset with a microphone for his physical clue. It might have something to do with his music career, or maybe he's just really pushing the gaming angle now. We know based on his clues that he's considered a monster in real life after a well-publicized controversy, that he owns a Cadillac, and that he's from the South. So based on all that, we're still pretty confident it's the auto-tune king, T-Pain. If they didn't already have a pretty solid guess as to who the Peacock is, the judges are certain now after his perfect performance of John Legend's All of Me. He brought a weird-looking wig for the judges as his physical clue, and if loose hair wasn't already gross enough, apparently that particular wig landed him in jail. That still aligns with our guess of Donny Osmond, who wore a very similar wig in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He has also performed in Vegas, was a young star, and was friends with Michael Jackson, as the Peacock hinted before. The Bee is still managing to stun all of us with her ability to pull off songs from younger generations. It's hard to even imagine a singer from the 50s belting out Wrecking Ball, but oh, she did. This week, her physical clue was a bit of a surprise, a piece of bakeware, but that still keeps us confident that the Bee is in fact Gladys Knight. She's the Queen Bee, aka Empress of Soul, a Georgia native like the Bee, and author of her own cookbook. And finally, while the Raven gave a decent performance of Sarah Bareilles' Brave, it was definitely a step below her competitors, resulting in her unmasking this week. We knew she was a talk show host, lost someone dear to her, and has a connection to the year 1968 and the Hudson River, and if that didn't pinpoint her identity, she also whipped out that she was an Emmy winner this episode. So it was no surprise to see Ricki Lake under the Raven mask at the end of the episode. She won an Emmy for The Ricki Lake Show, is mourning the loss of her husband who passed away a few years ago, was born in 1968, and grew up in Hastings-on-Hudson, New York. So there you have it. We still have a ways to go before we know who everyone is, but unless something insane happens, I'm pretty sure you can count on these guesses. Unless you have a different idea, Let me know in the comments who you think everyone is, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons. That way you can be the first to know if my guesses change or any other major Masked Singer news. In the meantime, go ahead and check out that video. Or that video. Still haven't hit subscribe? Come on, you've stuck around this long. You're definitely gonna want to know when our next video is up and what else we have to say about the world of TV news.